So, ladies and gentlemen, people of the world, thank you very much for joining me tonight, today, or whatever time it is, wherever you are located right now. So, my name is Gustavo Hinojos. You can spell it Hinojos. That's how many people here in Canada actually say it. And well, thank you very much for joining me one more time. I actually feel very, how can I say? I'm very sorry, guys, because I left these podcasts a little bit behind because I was actually focusing on the podcast in Spanish. And because this is season number 2, also this year I start with season number 2 in Spanish. What happened was that, well, I start having more people coming over, guests, and we start talking about many different subjects or ideas and stories and people to inspire other people of even though they're doing hard, or how can I say, they have jobs that probably they're like dream jobs, but in order to get there it's not quite easy. So again, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you're located. So this is a podcast Gustavo in Canada. And to start with, so I was also very surprised to find out that people in Germany, Europe, South America, Mexico, Canada, US are listening to these podcasts. So that actually inspired me to retake this conversation with you all over the world. Also, the idea was to start having a co-host. I'm still working on that idea to share more thoughts, more ideas. And many things have they're going on right now in the world, as you already know. There's a war between Russia, Ukraine. There's other things going all over the world. COVID, it's all the things are changing. The restrictions in many places, especially here in Canada, most of the restrictions are start to get easier, if you might, and some other things. So actually, I would say there was a reason due to COVID. I started as well doing this podcast. I started talking. Thankfully, I was working at the time. I was working in a greenhouse, and well, it was a very pleasant place. The thing is that I was, uh, how can I say? I was walking by myself alone during many hours. And it was part of the things I needed to do. I needed to be inspecting plants. I needed to sit down, check, measure, inspect many things. So at that time, that gave me the idea to start this podcast. Instead of just being quiet by myself in the middle of, plants, why not start talking? So that started to develop, and that's literally a great idea to start talking to the world. So if you are in any part of the world, if you speak English, you speak Spanish, probably French or Portuguese, I could reply. The best way to reach out to me is you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and well, basically also now on TikTok as well. So again, my name is Gustavo Hinojos, Hinojos. That's basically my how can you find me. There's my Facebook fan page over there where sometimes I actually post things. Most of the podcasts are there, basically the version in Spanish. But yeah, let's start the conversation again, guys. Okay, I want to listen. What are you doing, guys? Okay, most of the things I want to talk to you guys is, well, environment, storytelling. I want to know what's going in the world, what's happening here, especially in Canada, guys, because I want to shout out and I want to say literally that I'm really thankful with the government of Canada right now, because one great thing is happening for me in that matter, right? So uh, there's the maternity leave, right? In many countries, there's what it's called maternity leave, but here in Canada as well, we have the paternity leave. So I'm going to say I'm very thankful for this, because this is the second time I've been having the opportunity to spend time with my kids, to spend time with my family, to take off time of work to be with them, to see them grow. The first time I have a kid, uh, my paternity leave was a week. Literally, that was it. That's all the time I had in order to take to be with my newly born, right? And at that time, I was a tour guide. So don't get me wrong, it was a great experience. I was having a blast being a tour guide. The thing is, being a tour guide takes a lot of time. Okay, you're spending uh, probably between 12 to 14 hours a day, right? So that was my day at that time. So imagine I had a baby and I was return. Well, I was leaving before sunset. Well, sunrise. Sorry, I was leaving before sunrise and I was coming after sunset. So that was not a way to get to know your baby, right? And sometimes I was working 6 days a week, if if it was possible, even 7 days a week. So every time I came back, and it was a lot of physical work because I was walking, I was showing, I was doing a lot of things. So when I came back, I just want to take a shower, probably relax. But yeah, there was a baby waiting for me, right? So uh, then things change. I moved to Montreal. I started working over there. Then so this is part of my background, right? So you guys know. Then I moved to Vancouver. This is gonna be almost 3.5 years ago, to well, more or less, yeah, almost three years ago I moved to Vancouver, right? So I keep working here. um, Working the company at that time that I had to wait almost like 2 years in order to be eligible to get this benefit. So my kid was born and I was not able to take that benefit like right away. I had to wait a couple months, but that actually was good because I was able to take that period of time. I went to the States, I went to see the family. When I came back, then was when COVID hits, right? So everybody back to your houses, everybody was inside. So that's what happened for me. That's literally what happened. And so then when my parental leave ended, I actually switched to home office. So that was pretty nice because I was already here, right? So I just needed to get a laptop, get a chair, and yeah, I was working from home, and it was pretty nice. I was very very happy doing that. And yeah, some of the other things that happened after COVID was that literally they start cutting heads off. So from the very top going down, right? So non-essential people, they were start just letting them go. And because I didn't have enough seniority, well, I was one of the chosen ones. To be honest with you, I was not very disappointed at that time. Uh, I was thankful, and actually, it actually gave me the chance to go back a little bit to school and do other training, right? That's why I end up going to a greenhouse. And that was a great experience as well. I'm not gonna lie to you about it. Just being in a greenhouse, I learned so much. And also talking about environment and many other things and many factors and many laws, even many things that happens with our agriculture around the world. And other things, how markets are working around here, how we bring plants from Mexico to Canada so we can sell them to the United States. That was interesting. That was very, very, not say weird, but that was very interesting how things and markets goes around here. So so yeah, and now moving forward, there was another COVID episode. I'm going to say that actually hit us. I got COVID and I have to get away for 2 weeks. I was positive, so I have to seclude myself. And then my wife was positive, so yeah, having 3 kids, definitely you have to stay home, right? And well, things keep evolving, and at this moment, what's happening is, yeah, I recently switched to a parental leave, so that's literally good news for me. I'm really, really happy, and I want to share this. One of the benefits of being in Canada is being able to do that, right? So you have the option either well, to combine it with your partner, with your spouse, right? And like that, you can share this time together. depending if you're both eligible for these things, right? Don't get my word for it. If you live in Canada, right? So the first thing is talk to your HR. Second thing, go to canada.ca, and there's a section over there, and where you can literally see everything about this parental leave. So, and one thing is very important, the information, it's reading, like everything related to Canada, you have to literally read. This website, canada.ca, has a bunch of information, and it's for people who are trying to migrate here, for people who are trying to do business, trying to just come here on vacations. That's the resource. But the main key is being able to read and understand and follow the procedure, right? So that's what happened for us, right? So because I'm in a lot of Facebook groups where people constantly are trying to migrate, but not in probably the best way, or they're trying to do an easy way, right? What's an easy way? Coming as a tourist and try to find for a job, just cash. But that's a shame. Definitely, I don't support that type of things, because there's a way, and the thing I always tell everybody, doesn't matter where you're coming from, I would say patience. Patience is the most important thing. You have to remember to acknowledge that if you want to come, that's what you need. You have to be patient, but it's going to be worth it. Definitely. It's for you, for your family, for your kids. Yes, it's expensive. You have to pay taxes, but you're going to see your taxes. They're going to come back in many ways, right? So how can I tell you that? Definitely, if you want to pursue, I would say, the Canadian dream, right? Or yes, right now, as in all over the world, it's complicated. The economy is, it's in a really hard situation for all of us. More people than others. I don't want to generalize, and I really hope you and your family are doing fine. And my God, just so many things happen for all of us, friends, family, but yeah, we're moving on, right? So please don't go buying more toilet paper, just don't do that anymore. It's I think we're past that. But for example, for us even here, yeah, it's right now, it's tax time, right? So you have to set up your taxes and make sure, just do everything, and that you pay everything. Again, it is complicated, but at the end, again, I'm really thankful for all the benefits for my kids, for my family, for my neighbors, for my streets, for everything. I see it around, you see nice streets, you see that they're working all the time, that they're hiring people, right? So there's a lot of people working for the government. And even though the call centers are not so fast, but they're gentle, right? And again, patience, because last time I had to call to one of these government call centers, literally took me 5 hours. Why 5 hours? Thank you so much. So literally, yeah, 5 hours. 5 hours, because the waiting time, and because it was a long weekend, right? So after that, bear with me. Okay. So yeah, after let's say an hour and a half, I was able to get in touch with one of the agents, right? So then after that, well, we start having the conversation. I explain my situation, like, this is happening. This is what I want to do. I want to change this. Is it possible? Is it in the best interest of myself? Can I do this? So she was like, yeah, all for it. Like, yeah, let's go for it. It's excellent. We can do it. You can go ahead. Perfect. That's what we need to do, right? So in the right moment, when we're about to click or do the transaction, that's when I get disconnected. And I was like, so yeah, of course, I understand they're VC and they're not gonna call you back. Of course not. It's not their job. Their job is to receive calls, right? So if you're in a very lucky situation, someone is gonna call you back, but not right now. So what happened is that after this, uh, yeah, I have to call back. I have to call back and wait. It's like, oh, this times we have longer than usual. If it's very important, please wait on the line. Otherwise, please call another day. But yeah, that was crucial that I get that call made that day. So what happened is, yeah, I have to be patient. So I just start, plug in, start doing my daily life, having a conversation while I was eating, taking care of my kids, do other stuff, and wait. Another an hour and a half later, I got an agent, and we start having the conversation. It was easier because I already have kind of the information that I needed to know to talk to this agent, right? So then what happened is that it actually expedites all the activity. So it was easier. I was like, oh, I need this. Is it possible? I already heard it's possible. So what do you think? Can we go ahead? Do you need any more information? And they were like, oh, no, good. So I think we're good. I need to tell you some legal stuff. I'm going to read it for you. You're going to accept. It's okay. Yes, let's go for it. So after probably another 45 minutes to an hour of conversation, she was like, okay, so guess what? I need to get you in touch with another agent. And I was like, okay, no worries. So then she get in touch with, let's say, John, right? So, oh, hey, John, how are you? But guess what? John was not on the line. So we have to get another agent. And thankfully, this agent was very kind as well. And was also very efficient. He was like, we already have everything in order. So it looks like you already did this legal stuff, this. Would you like to agree? And yeah, another half an hour goes by and then it gets to 5 hours. So finally, I would say patience, because as well, he gave me the options like, okay, either we do this right now or you have to call next Friday and do the same thing. So it's like, I'd rather do it now, get this over with and start moving on, because definitely spending that amount of time on the phone is not really what everybody wants to do. Especially, I think it was a Tuesday, right? So it was a Tuesday when I had to make this call. But again, shout out to the government of Canada and the people who work there. Thank you very much for your service. Thank you very much for helping other people who lives in Canada to definitely being nice to each other. So I think that's the key. And especially for you, I know it's frustrating when you're called to a call center. Be nice. Those guys over there are, just receiving a lot of calls, and sometimes people are not very nice. And I understand. Again, 5 hours on the phone, it's not what you want to do. It's not what you want to do. But if you have to, be patient. So, and this is a golden rule for everything. It's I would say a couple of years ago when I was working for a cell phone company, cell phone, internet, whatever, right? So I was working for this company, and I was in a position where I was a decision maker, right? I could give you a discount or I could not give you a discount. And the thing I was going to give you was going to be the best deal you could ever have from the company, right? So nothing best, just like if you go back to the line to the front agent, he was going to give you the the bad deal or a deal, but it was not going to be as great deal as the one I have. So eventually, I got this guy who was like, okay, so what do you want to do? This is the best of the best. You want to take it or not? Like, no, I don't want to take it. It's like, you want to cancel your service because, just one click away and I'm going to, shut down your service. And there's no, just like, I'm not going to offer you that promotion again. So moving forward, it was funny that probably an hour later, he was calling back. He was trying to reach out to me. And he was, like reaching out to the, and I was how can I tell you guys? My office was not really reachable. So they were like trying to send emails and everything, and it's like, oh, this guy's looking out for you. And that was already, his case was closed because that was a decision, right? He was like, I double checked with him. It's like, do you want to cancel? Like, yeah, I want to cancel. I want to go to the other company, and I don't care. And this is not the best deal you can give me. I was like, dude, deal's off the table. That's your decision. Don't worry. And well, what happened was that literally, you know, 24 hours later, he was asking, like, oh, please, can you call me? Can you well, somebody else reconnects his service. And we're like, yeah, please, this is the best deal. And I'm so sorry for what I did. And I was telling you, so I was like, dude, it's like, if you reach out to this level, be nice. Not for being rude, you're going to get better things. Right. So this is literally what you have to learn when you're, talking to other people. So just be nice. That's going to be always, better than just not being nice, right? It makes miracles. It doesn't matter how frustrated you are. I've been to places, I've been to customer service where I'm returning stuff, and I'm upset because there's something, I just bought like 2 days ago, and it's already broken, or it's not working, or it's, and it's frustrating because I really want it. I bought a computer. I take it home. I was so excited. I was like just clicking everything. I was just making sure, but the touchpad was not working. It was like, what's going on? I tried to help. I have to call the service center, and they tell me like, do this, reconnect, click this, and they were like, nope, it's not working. And then I have to go back to this shop, right, in the middle of the mall. And we're like, dude, it's not working. I need my money back. And I literally went to get another computer, right? So yeah, that's things happen to me. So I guess the best advice for everyone in the world, just be nice. It doesn't matter. Just there's so many bad things going around us that we need to make the difference. And definitely I would love to share something I just saw right now from one of my friends. I actually even screenshot it because I think the message was really, really important. And I'm not really sure if it's actually from the Dalai Lama, but it says, it's the Dalai Lama. It's a nice picture of him. So he says, the planet do not need more successful people. The planet desperately needs more peacemakers, healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of all kinds. Dalai Lama. So hopefully this is going to be true. Hopefully that's his words. But that was something I would love to share with you guys. I think that's what we need. Definitely we need peacemakers. We need healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers. We need to be kind to each other, guys. We need to be patient. And start spreading good stuff, guys. Start, again, it doesn't matter where you're listening to me, it doesn't matter what's your dream, uh, go do it. If your dream is, to be, I don't know, I've been talking, thankfully, again, I've been talking to actresses, I've been talking to singers, I've been talking to, tour guides and people who are actually building. There was a guy I talked to, he actually has a tour that takes you to the wrestling. Can you imagine a dream like that? Well, this guy, that was his dream. That was, he it was one of his passions. So he went for it, right? So that's a good thing, right? There's other people I talk to that their dream is basically, just to have a more nurturing, like motherhood, right? And share their knowledge and go back to natural stuff. So why not? Everything's possible, right? So what inspired me as well to start this podcast is basically I started listening to other podcasts. I started listening to some guys talking to each other like friends. And I understood that during this time, talking to your friends talking to strangers, talking to other people, and even sometimes listening to somebody else, it actually helps, right? So I really hope, it's in my best hope for you, that our conversation today, I know probably, I'm imagining that you're in front of me and we're talking, right? So while probably you're walking, if you're sitting down, if you're cooking, I hope what you're cooking right now, it tastes delicious. And I encourage you to do that. So yeah, again, also, for example, guys, I get recipes in YouTube. It's in Spanish. I know it's my mother tongue, guys. What can I tell you guys? But I learned English my whole life. I was in a bilingual school my whole life. That was a very important thing for me. Uh, I moved to Canada. I work in Switzerland. I actually learned French. I was between Italian and French, but I went for French, and I actually live in France. So it's really interesting. I live in Montreal, where I needed to speak French, but it was very interesting working in an environment where you bilingually work side by side immediately. Just people talking English, French, and it worked. It was impressive. It was something that was like, if you feel comfortable talking English, why not? Just do it. And mm, guys, and as well, if you want to, every time you listen to this podcast, probably I'm going to have a cup. I'm going to have a green cup, because, well, right now I'm not doing brands or anything like that. So as well, if you're interested, just let's have a coffee together, right? So that's one of the things I like or enjoy about having a podcast and talking to someone else. And, well, guys, I think it's almost time for me to let you go, guys. I'm really really happy to for you to join me today. Um, Again, thank you very much. One thing again, so remember, my name is Gustavo Hinojos, or if you say it in English, Gustavo Hinojos. Find me, please, guys. Facebook. In Facebook, I'm as Gustavo Hinojos. Please, guys, subscribe to that fan page, or just give the thumbs up. Why I need you guys? Well, to be honest with you guys, yes, I definitely want to get money from Facebook. That's one of my goals. In order to do that, I need 10,000 followers. Okay, so if you be so kind to be one of those followers, just one like, that's going to help me enormously. That's going to be just awesome, right? So again, my podcast is going to be uploaded over there. Uh, it's just a feed, right? So it's there. You can listen on Spotify and all those your favorite platforms, right? YouTube. My YouTube family channel is called Los Hinojos. LOS space HINOJOS. As well, over there, please subscribe. If you don't put the star, whatever, the bell, whatever, no, just I need subscribers. And again, in order to monetize from YouTube, the rule or whatever they're asking me is 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. So at this moment, when I'm recording this podcast, I have only 109 subscribers. I started that channel last year. So, and I'm uploading podcast videos, recipes, trips, scout stuff. I'm a scout as well. So, and the rest of the accounts, I don't monetize anything else. But if you're curious, if you want to come have a conversation, or that's your favorite social media, again, find me Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So Gustavo Hinojos, Twitter, Instagram, Gustavo Hinojos, and Los the Hinojos family in TikTok. So that's the thing, right? Basically, that's where you can find me. You can send me a DM. We can talk. And if there's something you're interested to know about Canada, about what's happening here in Vancouver, I would love to have that conversation with you guys. It doesn't matter where you're from, you know, welcome. That's part of a conversation. Right now I'm talking to a screen, and sometimes I was just talking to myself. But now, again, I feel so honored and thankful for you people, so of the world on the other side, that this content is getting more attention. And again, thanks so much, guys. Definitely, it's been a pleasure. And And yeah, let's keep in touch, guys. So so again, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you for connecting. My name is Gustavo Hinojos, and this is Gustavo in Canada. Thank you.